Welcome to Atlantic Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Scorpio for the month of June 2022. So Scorpio, we are in the sign of Gemini and the element is air. You are in your 8th house, which is indeed Scorpio, represents Scorpio, and the planet is Pluto. So it's all about all those darker side taboo things in life, sex, intimacy, anything that is taboo that we don't sort of talk about, death, all this, other people's money, all these kind of 8th house Scorpio Plutonian kind of energy. So you should be quite at home because it is in fact in your house. The energy is the 8 of Wands, so lots of forward moving energy, no obstacles this month, things going along really well, having a good time. Could even be meeting, some Scorpios could meet somebody that really gels with them. So it looks good. Let's see where you are right now. Fear for fear's sake, nothing to be fearful of, it's just your mind playing tricks. Maybe sleepless nights, worry for worry's sake. Put your head away and use your intuition, because as I said, there's nothing to worry about. It's just air. We're in this element of air, so lots of wind and wind around, which sort of makes things a lot more changeable, I guess. Let's see what's bringing that in and influencing the whole reading. And we have the Empress, so very much about hard work, getting to where you want to go. Very much a controlling card as well, very male card, very controlling can be. But it's about strategy as well and getting to where you want to go. So if this is about work, Scorpio, you just need to sort of prevail with this, you know, just keep on with what you're doing, working hard, getting to where you want to go, using your strategies, which you're good at, and just moving forward. Be aware of controlling behavior because it is what it is, but you of all signs know how to circumnavigate that kind of energy. Let's see what was happening in April, May. And we had a bit of the exhaustive 9 of Wands, which is like not feeling like you'll get over the line. A very exhausting time, I guess, April, May. Just feeling like you're not keeping up with all the demands on you, on your energy and your actions, you know, but in fact you do, in fact, get over the line. Maybe this controlling energy here of the Emperor too has been prevailing a lot, where you just feel like, yeah, you're just always under the pump. However, with the 9 of Wands, we always get over the line, even though we think we won't. Recent influences, the King of Cups, so very much a Scorpio male energy. Lots of, and because you are in the 8th house, this is about sort of trying to unblock all those emotional, sort of frozen emotional things that you can't sort of dislodge in a way. They don't sort of melt, they're just always sitting there. It's like your Achilles heel. And you've got to be able to, and especially in the 8th house time, it is a time to break those taboos and sort of move on from whatever it is that's sort of melted, like it's not melted, it's frozen there. It's like some part of your life way back when is just like, it just, you can't move it, you can't budge it. But you need to be able to do that because it's just unhelpful altogether. So it's about examining that transformation and moving on from that, as much as difficult as it is. Let's see what the lesson is you'll be learning. And the Queen of Coins, so sitting there very nicely, home and hearth very well, doing well. Having everything organised. She's a very earthed queen. She's very much about just being sort of getting things done, being very down to earth about everything that goes on in her life, ticking all those boxes, being very settled, and especially in terms of relating to this Scorpio male energy of the King of Cups. It's just about getting on with things and being very down to earth about how you receive this energy in your life and just moving forward with it. It's a really nice card, actually, the Queen of Coins. So you can happily use that energy just to cruise through this month rather than being, you know, distressed about anything. So coming up to the first wet week of June, we have strong, independent female energy coming in, doing really well, rising above any sort of emotional difficulties that you may have, triumphing over them as well. Or maybe perhaps your emotional life is sort of a bit frozen there, but in your sort of day-to-day material plane life, you're doing well with work, you're moving forward. You've got, you know, you've got a lot of good strategies and ways of getting to where you want to go. But still, don't ignore this emotional blockage here. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising, Scorpio. Yeah, lots of, this is the little spy card. It's things up in the air. It's almost, you know, and this is the Scorpios and Geminis, actually. It's well known that they really sort of clash a bit. So this could be a bit of a month where you just feel sort of up in the air about a lot of things, even though despite the fact you've got these really earthy cards here, saying that you're quite centered and earth, but there in the background there's this energy about it that's unsettling. It's also about people talking about you, gossiping about you, so stay away from things like that. If you feel that kind of energy around, you're probably correct. However, let's have a look at how others see you. Just going with the flow, the hanging man. They don't really know. Scorpios are very secretive type of creatures anyway. You can't really see what's going on. They keep that very much under wraps. Going with the flow, being very patient, waiting for the right time. Learning patience also is really important for all of us, and this is how you're seeing this month. So nothing really, even they might be gossiping madly about you around the water cooler or whatever it's called, or in the tea room, but you're just sort of seemingly going with the flow, and this is one thing they can't work out. But that's just that secrecy aura that the Scorpios tend to have around them. Positive feelings. And we have the card for Scorpio. There you go. So 8th house, Plutonian energy. This is your time. Just go with it. You'll find that most of these cards here actually resonate with how you actually live anyway, and this month should be no different. Very much transformation, really transforming, especially this emotional blockage here, Scorpio, and I mean it. This is really important because that keeps you back. It holds you back from doing really well in all counts in your life, because it's always there, and that's that Scorpio energy too. We would tend to bury that sort of stuff. People can't see it most of the time, but they feel it's there. So the Death card is very much about you transforming, just moving along, you know, paying attention to things that you need to pay attention to, especially when you're in your 8th house, because it is the house of Scorpio, as I've said. The outcome. And we have the 6 of Swords, so things really cooling down, really settling down at the end of the month, very balanced. Sort of by the time we're moving into the water sign of Cancer, you're feeling like things have settled down a lot. There's not so much wind around. You can just sail smoothly into the Cancerian water sign. So very nice cards, but very important. And as I keep saying, the most important thing is this controlling energy of the Emperor, and this energy of this King of Cups, where there is this sort of frozen block of emotion sitting there that needs to be defrosted. Let's see what your message is. So the message for you is pure action. Refrain from that which is unskillful or that which harms. Do good and purify your heart. That is it. Consciously bring your awareness to your actions. As you make a commitment not to harm or destroy life or take away things that don't belong to you, and not to use sex in a harmful way to yourself or others, your actions will become free of old habits, past experiences, and any negative emotions. I rest my case. And it's number 8. And you're in the 8th house. So that's what you have to deal with. Thank you so much for listening, Scorpio. I hope you have a great month, and we'll talk in 4 weeks' time.